welcome to the Tales of Onniaga. We start our tale in the City of Midlock, in the country of Vernoko. We find our adventurers there. They have yet to meet, but they will soon. And these are their tales. Dun, 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 dun. Who wants to go first?
I guess I will.
Okay. Amber, go ahead. Tell us what everybody sees and where you are in the City of Midlock.
All right. I'm arriving on port, and I decide to look for the closest trader market, so I will have gold for the journey.
Okay.
Is that enough detail, or should I give more?
What do people see? Describe your character. When she walks up, what are people privy to?
She has a strand of red hair braided into her black hair as a token from her mother. She has black hair and purple eyes. She has a metal skirt, but she also has chain fishnets. I don't know how else to describe her.
Okay. So you want to go and find a shopping district. So you are currently in the fishing market, and you want to go to the shopping district. So you go downtown, you go down the road, and you see shops of all kinds. This is actually a big trading hub because the canal that cuts through the country, this is the midpoint where all the ships stop and are like, okay, here we can offload all of our land stuff. So there's a wide array. And I'm fairly sure that this is going to be, so far, the biggest city that you've ever been to. You come from a small town up north, and this is kind of jarring for you because there's just people everywhere. There's noises, and it's you are
getting
excited.
Distracted looking around.
Okay, you are excited and distracted until you eventually come across a normal pawn shop, saying that you have no money and very few items on you. Would you like to go in?
Yes.
Okay, going in to this small pawn shop, you see knickknacks all around, a crystal tea set that someone made that clearly needed to sell, a few things that may be a good bit of worth, but it's mostly like Goodwill racks everywhere. And there is one tabaxi store clerk in there, and he's just strumming his little guitar. And he's like, "Oh, hey, we're not quite open yet, but whatever, just come on in." He sets down his little guitar and starts putting out the register and all the different coinage. What are you looking for, or are you trying to sell something? I'm gonna say right now, if you try to sell something, you're not gonna get as much as you think.
Let's see here. What do you call them? Cashiers?
Are you talking to me? Because I'm a store clerk.
I'm sorry.
That's a kind of a weird question to ask someone that you just met. Are you new in town? I'm pretty sure you're new in town.
Yes, store clerk. I'm sorry. I am so confused.
My name's not store.
I'm sorry.
My name. My name is Snivik.
Mr. Snivik, I would like to sell 10 of my arrows for
You want
some
to sell your
coinage.
arrows?
Yes.
Okay. Let me have
At
a look.
least 10 of them.
Let-
I hand him 10 of my good arrows.
Okay. He gives them a look over. They're kind of nice. He runs his fingers like along the fletching. He does it again. He may have gotten distracted playing with the feathery part. Then he realizes that he gets distracted, and he looks at you and is just like, "Oh, I'll give you 3 silver for these. They're of decent work, but like they're just 10 arrows. Like not even. What about that bow? I'll give you a little bit more for that bow."
I am sorry, sir. It's my only weapon.
Okay, then I'll take these, and here, just 3 silver. That's all I can do for you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Have a good day. Were you thinking about buying anything, or are you just dropping off these arrows?
Just the arrows.
Well, okay. I'm gonna have to politely ask you to leave then.
I walk away and smile as I leave.
He gives you a little wave, and he picks up his little guitar again and starts strumming with his cat-like fingers.
Okay, so I got 3 silver coins.
You got 3 silver and mark off 10 arrows. So now you only have 10 arrows and you have 3 silver. 3 silver in this world, that's like you just got about $30. You just sold 10 arrows for $30. That was a huge ripoff, but you don't know just yet. Do you need to go get food or something? I remember you mentioning beforehand that she may have been hungry.
Okay, I stroll around town looking for a cheap meal.
And your wanderings take you back to the fish market, where the shopping market and the fish market meet, where a lot of the restaurants are, just for easy transport. And you smell, there's some open face fish stands that have grilled fish just on sticks. There's a few places that you can go in and sit down. 3 silver can get you a decent meal if you spend it all. Or you can get just a walk around like fish on a stick to munch on while you go.
That's what I was thinking of.
Okay. That will take 1 of your silver pieces.
Okay.
And that'll give you 3 fish on the stick. And these are fairly hefty. If you ate all 3, you'd be full until dinner.
I eat one of them and I save the rest for later.
Okay, how are you going to save these? Are you just going to shove them in your bag? Are they going to be pocket fish?
Well, I was just thinking I just hold on to them because I'm probably going to eat the others later.
Okay.
As I walk around.
Okay. As you walk around, you start hearing shouts in the distance to the west. And you look over into the sky, and I want you to make a perception check.
A what?
A perception check.
Okay, how do we do that?
Roll a d20 and add your perception modifier.
I'm a newbie and it shows. Okay.
You're good.
Perception.
Yeah.
That's the next Weird Al Yankovic parody. I'm a newbie and it shows.
Oh, gosh.
Honestly, that would not be a bad one.
It says I rolled a 12.
Okay, that's enough. You look over and you start seeing red embers and black smoke pour into the sky. And a lot of people are running towards it. A lot of people wearing fairly similar garb as you. A lot of leathers and metals just rushing by you. And you hear one person go, "Come on, guys, we gotta go put out this fire. Something lit ablaze in the forest. We gotta go." And what do you do?
I quickly eat my fish sticks and I go and help.
Okay. And then we zoom out. Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
I mean,
Okay.
Unless Chris wanted to.
I was just gonna say I'm probably in the forest that's on fire, so. But I don't care. You can go.
Let's zoom in to Kumito.
Off in a library on the upper district area, there is a figure sort of standing around a pile of books as he's like grabbing them off the shelves, reading them for a little bit, putting them into different stacks. He's dressed in an all black and white, so it's mainly black with like white linings, maybe a little green every once in a while. He has a hood on. His mouth is completely covered. The bottom of his face is. And if you look really closely, he has one gold eye, and his left eye is covered by like this green cloth. And he's just reading, putting down a book, picking up a new book, reading it again, putting it down.
Is there something specific that you're trying to search up? Because we can go ahead and make an intelligence check.
He's just looking to find out more information about the town, just reading through, trying to gain information as to like where he is and what's going on.
Librarian walks by and is like, "Sir, you need to take your hood off when you're inside. That's very impolite here. And also, how did you get all these books? It's a one-at-a-time deal here. Like, you can't just have all of these books out at once. Can I help you with anything other than, like, putting these books back?"
He turns to the librarian, mask still on. The librarian inside of their head hears, "Why do you disturb me now? I'm so close to finding the truth."
Why? What the hell? You demon! She grabs one of the books and starts hitting you. That would be a 15 to hit. Does she hit?
Yes.
You get whacked on the head with a book, and you take 1 point of damage. She just keeps whacking you over and over, yelling, "Damon, why are you in my house? Get out!
Out loud.
You hood-wearing hooligan! Why are you here? Leave!" She just keeps whacking you. What do you do? Do you retaliate or do you just leave?
Out loud, she hears, "Ow! Stop it! Hold on! Wait!
You don't do this to people! You don't invade their heads!
I'll put the books back! Hold on!
Her old frail hands, the book slips out and it goes flying, and she's out of breath now. How dare you? And she just smacks you across the face. That's an 11.
No, I'm
No,
fine now.
it hits, but her frail arms do not do as much damage as the book did. You get the sense that most of the strength behind the whacks of the book was mainly due to the heft of the book. And that it was pretty much just falling on you.
I grabbed the book that she just tried to hit me with. I open it up. This is the book I was looking for. Thank you. And walk off.
She looks around confused. She's like, what? Get out of my library! And then the real librarian comes over and is like, "Ma'am, you are not a librarian. What are you doing in here?" And he grabs her by the shoulder and starts leading her out the door. So after that interaction, what are you up to?
I am strolling around the town, sort of like have the book open, and like in Belle in the beginning of Beauty and the Beast, just like reading the book and walking around.
There goes the baker with his tray. You walk by, and there is a bakery. This is you're in the upper part of town. There's more baked goods, less fish-based food. So you're walking around. There's actually horses and buggies going. The roads here are actually wider and more comfortable, and actually have like cobblestones. This is the upper part of town. There's large houses, big shops. This is why you came here to the library, because the rich people like to keep all the knowledge to themselves and the riffraff out. But you are attracting a bit of quite a few looks, especially from the guards around, because most people do not go around with their hoods up, and you're just getting looks. They're not approaching you. They're just like side-eyeing you and just letting you go about your day. They see that you're reading. They're used to adventurers most of the time. They think that you might be part of the guild, even though you don't have the little pendant on just yet. You do hear a news barker, a little kid running around with a piece of paper just yelling out the news. Civil war might start soon! Mad King not facilitating his subjects well. The Queen wants all to know that she is the rightful ruler. And he keeps saying those words as he keeps walking down the street. He has a very deep voice for a child.
I think I've heard enough. I'm like, ooh, this sounds interesting. I wonder if anyone knows about the sort of hierarchy structure of the country. Where would I find that information? Because I just got kicked out of the library.
Make an investigation check. It's got a high DC.
16 plus 1, 17.
Okay, yeah, you definitely find someone. You actually flag down one of the guards, and he's like, "Oi, what do you need?"
Well, you see, sir. I was wondering, the king and queen. How does that whole thing work going on here? I was wondering.
Oh, actually, we have a bi-ruler society here. You see, the king actually rules in his capital city on the south, and the queen rules in her capital city in the north. The reason why it's like this is because about 100 years back, we made this long canal throughout the entire country, which bisected it, which made it difficult for a single ruler to rule both sides of this thick canal. So the king and queen, even though the ones that we have right now are not married, they rule with equal power in both of their respective parts of the country. So the king rules over the west side, and the queen rules over the east side of the canal. And they rule with equal power, and again, they are not married.
Okay.
And from what I hear, the king's gone a little mad.
Oh, I see. And what side is this
Did your
town
voices
on?
change? Did your voices change?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's always been like this. But
You mocking me. Never mind. We are actually on the king's. Well, actually, this is the middle city, which is on both sides of the. This is the only bridge. This is the city that has the only bridge in between the canal. So we are actually on. This city is considered both sides of the canal at one time.
now
But at the moment, you're on the east side, on the queen's side, because if you go over there and he points and you see this huge bridge spanning this deep canal. Think of the Panama Canal, now double that. That's That's how wide this canal is, because it is like a hub of trade for the world, because like the Panama Canal, but this large metal bridge just spans all the way over. Not quite like the Golden Arch, not the Golden Gate Bridge, but close to that. And he's like, if you go right over there, you'll be in the king's side. But here, they rule with diplomacy, and this is kind of like they both have a say in what happens in this city. But when it comes to other cities, it just depends on what side of the canal that they are on.
Now, I heard some rumors about a civil war brewing. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, well, like I said before, the king's getting a little mad. And he, well, this is just what I've heard around the barracks. The queen wants to take absolute power over the whole country. Oh, by the way, it's Queen Visera and King Raspin. So King Raspin's been a little bit under the weather in the skull, you see. I think they need to do a little bit of bloodletting just to get the crazy out. But the queen, she wants to take absolute power and change up the whole way that the country is ruled. So a few people are kind of against it just because it's always been a bipartisan ruling, and they just don't see a viable way of one person ruling these two sides of this canal.
Well, thank you for your information, chap. And by the way, that guard over there, I point to a random guard entirely. I heard that he said that you do a terrible job and that he should get the promotion over you. And I walk off.
Okay, he goes over.
My.
He goes over and just decks the other guard. He just takes him out.
Josh.
Now, what are you doing next?
I am just gonna walk around the city until I either find something interesting to happen or like a place that I can like stay for the night.
Well, make a perception check.
I totally did not just drop my dice. That would be 5 + 3, 8.
You hear shouting from the lower district, and you see the start of a large plume of black smoke coming from the west.
I head off towards the black plume of smoke, while at the same time, first person I see, I mind link to them and just go, "Excuse me, do you know the quickest way to that black plume of smoke?"
This orphan child that you mind linked with,
Scorpion child.
this orphan child falls to his knees. It's like, "Oh, oh, there's a fire! There's a fire in the forest! Oh, God, is that you?" And do you leave him there, or do you explain what happens? Do you care?
I walk off whistling like, "Got me."
You
Okay.
started child
So now
life.
you know that there is a scarred orphan and a fire in the forest, and a lot of people are like, this outrageous wildfire started out of nowhere.
Cool. That's where I'm headed.
Okay. All right. So, who wants to go next? I'm pretty sure y'all can see the through line that I'm doing.
Yeah, I can go, I
Okay.
guess.
Okay. Conry, my wolfy boy. What it do,
Oh,
bro?
Lord.
We zoom over to the forest, not yet on fire.
Okay, so
It's not on fire yet. What is
Oh, Lord.
Conry doing with his day? What does everybody see?
pretty deep into the forest, there's this, to the untrained eye would just look like a larger than normal wolf with mostly black fur, some white streaks in it. There are some areas on his body, specifically around like his neck area, that don't have as much fur because of either injury or scars or whatever. And he is currently hunting down a deer.
Okay. Make a stealth roll.
Oh, nat 20.
Okay. This deer has no idea that you're there. This deer is like Bambi's mom in the field.
Evil.
Just grazing, eating, and completely. You can hear. Oh, here we see the werewolf in its natural habitat. It's creeping up on its prey.
Freeman narrating.
You just hear a narrator in your head, but you don't know why. But every time that you do a good
Morgan
job,
Freeman in his head. That's just what's that's his inner dialogue. That's his inner narration. That's what
this is his inner narration. Being alone in the woods for a long time will do that to people. Anyways, so do you attack? Make an attack roll.
Yeah, and that would be strength, right?
Yes.
Strength attack roll. Okay. 7.
You jump out and you scratch its hindquarters, but it gets away.
Come on.
You injured it, and you can follow it with its blood. Its DC was 9, so like you scratched it just a little bit, but not enough to take it down.
I think we're just gonna chase him then.
Okay.
Or if there's something that looks easier, like there's like an injured deer like off to the side.
Well, you just injured this deer.
Well, I mean, just if there's like an old dying one like off to the side, why would I be hunting this active one? But yeah, probably just
you look over and you see 3 other deer. One of them is clearly the head male because his antlers are huge.
Let's avoid that one. Yeah, let's just go after the injured guy.
He's staring you down right now.
Oh.
Do you want to slink away and go after the one you injured, or do you want to have? He's pretty much going like, "What to do, bro? What to do?"
As a werewolf, can I communicate with the other animals, or is that different?
You can get a sense of what they mean, and they can get a sense of what you mean, but not a one-on-one communication.
Right,
so you get the fact, like, just don't come at me, bro. Don't come at me. You don't want this smoke.
I give off like the same vibes. Like I don't want to do this right now, bro. And I just kind of slink into the woods and keep going after that one.
He gallops away, just like, oh, you're not even worth my time, and just gallops away, as the king he is, or he thinks he is. But there is a trail of blood that you can follow. It's an easy scent.
Yeah,
and this deer did not get very far. So you want to go after that one?
Yeah.
So just another attack roll. It's a lower DC now.
A nat 1.
A nat 1. Okay, so you go to jump.
First roll was a nat 20. Third roll is a nat 1. Jesus.
So you go to jump at this one, but it learned its lesson. It turns around and hoof kicks you in the face. You take 3 damage, and do you want to attack again?
I'm good, man. I'll just be like, okay, whatever, and I just kind of slink off into the woods and just kind of try to shake it out. Maybe find like a river.
You hear
maybe
this
like
deer talking shit as you walk away.
Okay, never mind. I turn around. I'm just like, you want to fuck with me, bro? Fight me.
He's like, come on, I already took you down twice. He considers the first time taking you down. He's like, you don't want to deal with me. You want me to call my dad? I'll call my dad.
I'll do it, bro. Wolf form one last time.
I'll do it, bro. Okay.
I just don't get the whole form. Come on. Yes! 16 plus 3, 19.
Oh, you shut him up. You get him right. You slash like right at the jugular of this deer, and he's like, "Oh shit!" and just he's dead now. You can have your meal.
Little anti-dramatic.
I just kind of.
Well, he was a big talker. Most deers are big talkers.
Usually he's not that violent, but when people start talking shit, he kind of gets a little irritated. So he just starts like ripping this guy to shreds and just eating as much as he can.
Just like a dog caught a squirrel, and just like.
Yeah.
So as you eviscerate this this adolescent deer,
you actually killed Bambi. Oh my god.
Okay, like mid-aged deer. It wasn't like he started to have his antlers. Like that was the start of his antlers.
He tries not to go after babies. I mean, if he needs to, he will. But
yeah, and you get a sense that his dad was the one that was like, "You want the smoke? You want the smoke?"
I should have said like I fucked your dad or something.
No, because then I would have made the dad come back. And then you had to fight 2 deer.
I'm glad I didn't say that then.
Okay. So as you're eating, what else is on your mind? What do you plan to do anything? Do you have a decent meal? Do you save any of the meats, any of the pelts? Or do you just rip into it?
I don't really
like
have a way of saving it. I mean, I'll eat like as much as I can to get full because I don't know when my next meal is gonna be, but and then I'll just leave the carcass for the anything else running around the woods.
You could take a few pieces and then have it hang to dry, or you can hold on to it until it dries.
Well,
I'm a dog right now.
He's still in, a dog.
Okay.
So.
And he doesn't like becoming human, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as your meal goes on, I would like you to make a perception check.
Chris started the fire.
It was always burning since the world's been turning. Werewolves have perception on any perception checks that are hearing or smell. Would this apply?
Hearing, yes.
Okay. So 17 plus something. Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Okay, yes, that is enough. You hear a swan-like caw, but a sickly one. And you also you turn to where the noise is from, and you see a large flaming bird land about 500 feet away from you. And you see, as you look up from the trail that it left, you see burning feathers falling down, starting fires on the tops of trees.
Just like a bird on fire? Like a normal bird on fire.
If you want to make a nature check, you can see if you've ever encountered anything or heard anything about this.
But I mean, to me, would it look like a magical type bird, or is it just like a normal bird on fire?
It's a large red swan-like bird on fire.
That's Moltres.
Yeah, I'm gonna look in the roll nature. That seems irregular. 8.
You have no. You're like, man, that bird's on fire.
But that sure is a bird on fire.
What do you do? The smoke is starting to. The fire is catching surprisingly fast, and this the swan's call is just ringing out through the forest. It is beautiful and sad at the same time.
About how far deep into the woods am I?
You would be at this point, like if you wanted to, like a 3-minute run would get you like out of the forest towards town.
Okay. And then, are there any what kind of animals are around me other than the dead deer?
Well, there were Well, here's the thing. Squirrels and birds are starting to run from the trees. So like there are tons of small animals running from the tops of trees down them and away from the fire.
Alright. I'm gonna just bark just like as loud as I can, or just make as much noise as possible and like try to convey the like, hey, danger, get out, leave, and then just start booking it towards what was it called? Midlock, the city.
Yeah, okay.
Just
so you
book
start
it.
heading towards Midlock. It does not take you long, and you see now the forest is like a line in the forest is like in a blaze. Like wherever these feathers were falling off this flaming bird fell and touched the woods, it just burst into flames as and you start to see that as the animals run out of the forest, you see people running out of the town as adventurers and townsfolk and lower class people and towns guards start running towards the fire with water buckets. And you see a few adventurers pulling up water spells, getting ready, and clerics using create water to fill other people's buckets. You see people getting ready to put out this fire. Do you help them or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna help them. Is there just like a stash of buckets somewhere that I can just grab a bucket?
There is a person with a cart with a broken wheel. This small lady, this halfling lady, pulling this human-sized cart full of buckets, just empty buckets. She's like, everybody grab one, please!
You gotta love the old lady.
Old lady, alright.
It's not an old lady, it's just, she's
Small lady?
yelling at everybody.
Does it look like I could carry it in any form, or would I have to become human?
You could, are you talking about the whole cart or a couple buckets?
No,
or?
just a bucket.
Okay, you could grab one with your mouth if you want. Like they're like decent sized pails of buckets.
All right.
And you could carry it over to one of the clerics that will fill it up for you.
I'm just gonna try to do it in human form. That seems a lot easier. So just reluctantly, he's just kind of gonna roll his eyes and.
So there are a few
de-transform.
adventurers. There are a few adventurers that go for their weapons as soon as
Come
they
on.
see you start going. But then you start turning into your human form, and they like put the weapons away. They're like, "Are you here to help?"
Yes, I'm here to help. Look, should I describe my human form?
Yes, describe your human form, please.
Okay, so human form. He's like, he looks pretty malnourished, like eyes sunken in. He's about 19 years old, but he looks like he could just be like a taller 13-year-old.
Mm.
All his clothes are like super baggy, super old. He's got two short swords on either side and a quiver of arrows and a bow. And that's
okay. So they take their hands off their weapons, pick up their buckets again, and start running towards the fire. And you see that they start putting out the brush of the fire, and there's they're stopping it from spreading at the moment. And then we zoom out. And now, Jorgen, it is your turn.
Yes, Jorgen. Right.
What is Jorgen up to?
Jorgen would have been in the, like the shopping district, I guess, because he needs to buy equipment.
Okay. We can do that. In that case, describe Jorgen real quick for everybody.
Jorgen is a very tall and sexy 5'1". He is a dwarf, but he has, instead of most dwarfs, including females, have big bushy beards, but Jorgen doesn't have a beard at all. He has actually like little spots over his face, chest, and forearms that from a distance look like golden patches of like vitiligo, a design. But if you were to look up close, they're actually like patches of scaling, of golden scales. He's got he is bald on top of his head, but has instead red-based horns with golden tips, and he's wearing a very fine golden and blue kind of like a robe, but also like has a little bit of under armor. But it is clearly all for show and wouldn't actually help in a combat situation.
Okay.
So
I would like you to go. There is no fire quite yet. There's no ruckus that you have heard just yet. I would like you to make an investigation check then, if you're looking for a place to buy stuff.
I can do that. Not good. What's my investigation? That will be a flat 7.
Okay. So you walk in to this shop, and in there is a large half-orc named, and he looks over at you and he's like, what can I do you for, I guess? Don't see people like you around very much. And on the walls of this shop, you see old axes, old adventuring gear. Like, this is where people, like, retire their old weapons, and a few things look a little bloodstained. He's wiping off a large chest plate that would be way too big for you, and getting ready to hang it on the wall. And he's just like, you're looking for cheap stuff? You'll come to the right place. What do you need?
Cheap is nothing of the sort, but yes, I'm looking for maybe if you have a shield, maybe a tent. What else? I've got a list. And he'll like pat down his thing, looking for his notepad.
Sounds like a start off adventurer. What kind of places are you planning on going? I know that most of y'all always have some sort of quest. I don't see why.
Well, I wasn't exactly planning on adventuring. I just kind of, woke up in the woods, and now
I honestly don't care. Just tell me what you think.
How rude. Right. Shield. If you have a tent, maybe that would be of use.
He pulls out a round one-arm shield. A round small shield. It's made out of wood with metal on the outside of it. It looks a little dinged up. It's gone through a few battles, but it's functional. And the tent that he pulls out has a few tears in it, but just in the bottom. It will service you well as long as there's no thunderstorms. This is what I got right handy right now. Had a few other people come through this week, so you get what you get.
So I take it you don't have anything in gold.
The only gold I got around here is the stuff that people pay me with. I see you got that whole accoutrement thing going on, like you got a style. I recommend not doing that. Gold is heavy and it's malleable, and it's not going to do you well in a fight. I'm going to tell you that right now. Golden weapons are the worst.
But it just looks so good.
Look, if you're going for looks, then go to like a blacksmith or something? Why'd you come in this store?
It was the first store I saw.
Oh, you've
got
great.
very prime real estate here. You should be proud.
Well, flattery will get you everything. He's like, let me go to the back. And he pulls out a slightly better tent. It is made for someone about his size, which is like twice your height. No, not twice your height.
Almost. He's a half-orc.
He's a half-orc. So he's about 6'8". So you are very much looking up at him. But this tent would be, you'd be able to stand up in it.
Even better.
He's like, anything else you need? Rope? We got tons of rope.
You seem to know what adventurers need, so what do you think I should get?
Do you have a thing to carry water in?
Like a used wine bottle, maybe?
No, don't. You don't want to have it in glass. You want. He goes underneath and he pulls out a leather skin. It's a drinking skin. It's a decent sized one. This one can hold about a gallon of water. You fill it up at the beginning of the day, you finish it at the end, and you'll be good and hydrated for the rest of the day. And also, when it's empty, it doesn't get in the way. Glass bottles, if you use them in battle, might be able to be used against you. So you know, hazardous terrain and all that with broken glass in the ground. So you don't want to be doing that. He starts, like, as he talks, he starts picking at his tusks with his finger. He's had this conversation multiple times. You can see that he likes to give advice to adventurers, especially new ones. He just really doesn't have patience for pompous assholes most of the time. But since you kind of complimented him and asked for his advice, he's happy to give it. He doesn't want to keep finding dead adventurers on his travels. So,
I can see how that would be demoralizing.
Also, I want to. Here's some decent rope, about 50 feet of rope, and what kind of skill set do you have? Are you roguish? Are you a big brute? Do you have anything like, are you a backline or a frontline fighter?
Well, I've forgotten what his accent was now. I'm particularly good at creating fire, but that's beside the point. I consider myself more of a frontline fighter. I'm pretty hefty. I can take a blow.
Okay. So you make fire. What kind of weapon do you have?
Well, I have this golden longsword.
He puts his hand in. He puts his face in his hand, like, I'm going to. He reaches behind and he picks.
The family.
You can keep that. You can keep that. He reaches down. He picks up a steel short sword. He's like, look, that thing is fine, but I recommend using this for most of your fights up until you get a longsword of a better quality. So this short sword, it's fairly decent. Nothing special about it. It seems to be in better condition. And you look. Do you look over the counter?
Yeah.
You look over the counter, and you crawl on top of the counter and look over.
Yep.
And you see that he has 3 barrels. One with short swords that he keeps in good condition. One with 50 feet of rope, like a whole bunch of tangles of 50 feet of rope, like he handed you, and one of water skins. He's like, this, okay. These are the things that I usually give adventurers just because these are things that they don't really think about. Rope is good because you can use it in all different kinds of things. These short swords, always a decent weapon. Everyone can use it. And then you got the water skin, of course, which everyone needs water. So these are the things that I always give new adventurers. Along with the tent, I will bring this to about a gold and 10 silvers.
Can have 2. Wait, 10 silvers is a gold. Have 3 gold. And I'll give him 3 gold.
You see that he's not very good at math. He became a shop clerk. Oh, actually, make an insight check.
Cool. I think that's another flat roll. No, that's a 16.
Okay, you can see that when you correct him on his math, he's a little embarrassed, and you can also get the sense that he once was an adventurer, but he saw so much carnage throughout his time that he just couldn't do it anymore. So he decided to kind of pay it forward with this shop, and that he's not trying to make a profit. He's more of trying to help out the young folk. Anyways, so you now have 50 feet of rope, a short sword, a large tent that can fit 2 normal-sized people or 1 large-sized person. You also have a water skin and a shield. So,
Yay.
So just put that all down. And as you're walking out, you say goodbye. As you're walking out, you hear people running, and you hear people shouting, "Fire! Fire in the forest! We have to go! Get the bucket wagon! Get the bucket wagon!" And you see this halfling start to grab this wagon. She's like, "I got it! I got it!" She starts running down the hill with this bucket wagon. You don't know why they have just a bucket wagon, like, other than, oh, our fire's normal here. What do you do?
Before I go and help, I quickly think, is that the direction I woke up in this morning? And after I come to whatever answer I come to, I will run off in that direction. At like a medium jog, because, I don't run for no one.
Okay, so at this moment, all of you are at the outside of the forest, going in to help. What are y'all doing? What individual actions are you doing?
I can see everyone right now.
I don't notice the water bucket, so I pick up the closest water trough I see, and I'm using that as a bucket.
Okay.
I'm using my strength, I guess you could say.
A water trough? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like the
Okay.
horse trough.
Make a strength saving. Make a strength roll.
Okay. How do I make a strength roll?
The big numbers that I like to string.
D20 with plus strength.
So I got a 3.
You cannot lift up this water trough. You have to grab. You have to leave it behind.
It's bolted to the ground.
It's bolted to the ground. You do not notice that it is bolted to the ground.
I can see everyone, right?
Yes, there's like
you.
50 adventurers, and there's 50 different people down there, all like scrambling to put out this fire,
Okay,
or at least stop it from spreading.
Because my mind link requires me to be able to see whoever I'm telepathically speaking to. Because I can speak telepathically to any creature I can see within 60 feet. I don't have to share language with them. They just have to be able to speak one language or also be telepathic. So to make communication easier, I'm just entering their mind and asking, "What's going on? What's happening? What's going on?"
Conry kind of starts freaking out and like growling and just like freaking out because he's not used to this.
You keep getting the answers like, "There's a fire! Fuck it! There's a fire!"
Oh, that's right. They the the problem with the mind link is it's a one-way radio essentially, unless they can see me. If they're looking at me, then we can speak back and forth. But if they're not looking at me, then they essentially have to shout it out loud for me to hear it.
That's really useful if you think about it.
Okay.
I mean, can we like?
This is gonna be endless torment, and I love it.
Conry just like drops his bucket because he's freaking out so much.
Okay.
Do you mind link with Jorgen and ask him?
Yeah, every single person. I'm just going. What do you know? What do you see? What's going on?
Okay,
Well, there's
so
a fire, clearly.
Conry, you hear this voice in your head. I want you to make a perception check to see if you can make eye contact with Kumito.
Okay.
Sorry, it's just going to be a little bit. You made a what?
7.
A 7? No, you don't. You just hear this almighty voice in your head, and you're just like. Ah! So the fire is blazing all around you as it starts spreading off into the field. This knee-high grass starting to take a blaze, and it's starting to head towards all the adventurers. And quite a few throw their buckets of water, but it does not take it all out at once because they're just buckets of water. What do you do as this fire spreads towards y'all?
I look for those big barrels of water. It's kind of like it kind of looks like a beer barrel.
Yeah, there's a few of them out there. Some people those were on the bucket wagon.
Okay.
And they got filled up.
I pick up one of those full of water. I step in an area where it's already charred so the fire can't get to me easily, and I try and throw some water to make a pathway.
Okay, let me just... Okay, yeah, you make a walkable pathway. It is still a little toasty on your feet, but if you are quick, you can run through it. You hear, all of you hear someone being like, does anyone know what started the fire? Is there anything, what started the fire?
We didn't start the fire. It was always burning.
That's a wonderful song, but not the time. What started the fire? Because unless we put that out, the fire will keep spreading.
If you would stop panically yelling, I could tell you what started the fire, sir. There was this red swan thing. It looked like it was on fire, and it started dropping feathers, and it set everything it touched just burst into flames.
Everyone make an intelligence check.
Would I have read about this in one of my books?
That's why I'm having y'all make an intelligence check.
I sees.
So I roll a 20?
10.
What?
20.
Do I roll a
You had a nat
20?
20? Okay, so...
No, not me.
I rolled a 15.
Kumito?
I got 4 plus 1. I have 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Jorgen?
6 plus 0.
So
My books are
Amber
failing me.
is the only one of y'all that's just like, oh, that's a dying phoenix.
Okay, I rolled a 15. 0 intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now that she has said the name, would I now register that I may have read about it?
If you want to make another intelligence check, you can now with extra information.
This is why books
Amber,
need pictures.
You're just like, oh, that's a dying phoenix. That's a wait.
Could I use religion or arcana maybe?
You can make Arcana check. What was your intelligence check?
11.
11. You know about phoenixes. They are big, fiery birds, about the size of a goose. And you know that when they die, they burn up.
Great.
With the fire, fire. Wait, no. What was your Arcana check?
14.
You know that the fire from these feathers burns with the heat of hell, and that's probably how it started so quickly. Like, you know that phoenix feathers, when they are not on fire or are able to be kept well, are used for spell components from time to time, and usually for fire spells.
Oh, nice. I can do those.
So,
speaking of which, can I see this phoenix?
Chris, everyone but Conry is pretty much like, oh yeah, phoenixes. And Conry's just like, what? Bird.
Sorry, bird.
No.
Bird.
Anyways, this adventurer that was yelling at y'all, panicking, is like, okay, now that we know what it is, we need a group of us to go in there and drive it away before it fully dies. Because if it fully dies in there, it's going to scorch this entire forest. Does anyone know exactly where it landed?
I remember where it is, right?
Yes, you would remember where it is.
Okay, I'm like, I just shout out, I know, and just book it into the forest without looking behind.
Does anybody follow?
Yeah, screaming, where are you going?
Jordan
Wait
will
up.
follow, but he's much slower than everyone else because he is short.
Okay. I will say that during this conversation, all of y'all were kind of in a group, and then Conry just booked it.
It's like, bye.
So
You could have told us where it was.
I think I stayed to try and help control the fire while the others try to kill the bird.
drive it away, but yeah.
Drive it away. Yeah.
So, if that's the case, make 2 more strength checks just to see how many water buckets you're able to carry at a time. And that will be like the rate that you are putting out the fire.
Could she make athletics checks?
Yes.
That would be a bit higher.
Yeah, that would be better. Athletics checks. Thank you. Sorry, first time DM.
I know, that's okay. Just that's why I didn't say anything sooner, because I didn't want to be like, actually.
No, I just, if I make a mistake or I say like the wrong thing for the wrong role, I'm the DM. I'm in charge. No.
Exactly.
I'm just imagining her just shot putting the buckets of water.
Let's see what her strength is. Let's see what her strength is.
Okay, I have a +2 strength. So then, let me go back to where my dice are.
Do you know if you have proficiency in athletics?
I don't know what that is. I just kind of filled in the bubble, but I didn't put anything there.
Her with the strength.
Okay, I'm rolling a 20, and I rolled a 17. So that would be 17.
2. Okay, you are carrying.
I rolled a 20
buckets.
with my +2.
Yeah. So you are carrying 2 buckets at a time, and you are just booking it back and forth from the forest line to the person that's filling up water to the forest line, just going back and forth, just like over and over and over. You're doing a good job at mitigating the spread from the forest into the field towards the city. But
I decided it would be more proficient if I also threw dirt on the fire.
Okay.
Like moist dirt?
Yeah. So there is mud around from all the like buckets being spread on there. But are you gonna like get down on your hands and knees and start scooping dirt?
No. I think I'd use the bucket, kind of like where you kind of use the bucket as a shovel and you scoop up the mud and
okay.
throw it on the fire.
This is hard packed field dirt. So it is a little muddy on top, but like about 2 inches down, it goes back to like packed dirt with roots and stuff from the forest. Because there is there's a forest and tall grass around, so the roots are kind of getting in the way of the bucket.
All right, well then, I guess if I see some wet mud, I'll scoop it with my hand and throw it on the fire while I'm trying to quickly throw water buckets of water.
Okay. With that, you are stopping the spread of the fire. What is everybody else doing? Are they following after Conry?
I'm attempting to keep Jorgen, who is slower than us, apprised of which way we're going. So like I'm like turning my head, going like left, right.
Jorgen, you're getting used to hearing this voice in your head now at this point. And it is keeping you from getting too lost. You can kind of see where they're going. You're not like, well, dwarves are naturally born sprinters. So you keep up at the beginning, and you don't get too far behind. You're just trailing behind just a little bit. And I want all three of you to make just a straight D20 roll.
Oh, I don't like
add
those.
Nothing to it, just a straight D20.
I hate those, man.
Then
Keep rolling.
3. Okay.
I got a 5.
Jorgen? Hello?
We lost him in the hustle.
Sorry. 2. How long have I been muted?
Our DM muted himself. What do we do?
We wait.
Cause
sorry.
chaos.
Sorry. Anyone that made below a 10 will take 4 fire damage
Oh, dang it.
from
I
running
rolled a
through a
straight 10.
flaming
Does that
forest.
count?
What?
I rolled a straight 10.
Wait, I'm not in the forest. I'm
If
near
it
the
meets,
fire.
it beats. So you succeed.
I was talking to the other 3 who
Okay.
actually went into the forest. You are still throwing water buckets.
No,
You're
water
still good at
barrels.
that. But Chris, you
Roar.
said that you rolled a 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you were able to dodge and weave around like falling flaming branches. The other people just from falling flaming pine cones, just like, ah, gosh.
It's all that turning around.
It's stuck in my corn.
Anyways, eventually, Conry, Kumito, and Jorgen make it to this songbird as it like flails on the ground. It is now everything around it is scorched and is aflame. There are 5 large trees all around it, just all burst. The heat is intense, but not too bad that you can't maneuver in it. You just can't stay too long in it. How are you going to try to drive this bird away? Because you do not want it dying here.
I step.
I want to shift into my wolf form.
Okay.
Just like a straight wolf form. And just start like barking at it. Just like...
Okay,
like,
make an
kind of trying to,
intimidation
in
check.
animal language, tell it to go, try to scare it off, I guess.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
Okay. Second nat 1.
Second that one. You, from the animal language, you get the sense that it's like, I'm dying here because this was where I was born.
Okay.
So,
I step forward past Conry and assuming that it can understand language, I mind link with it so I can talk. And I say, "Excuse me. My name is Kumito, and I'm over in the next town. I understand that you're dying and things are really bad right now, but if you could just move a little bit further back. We have people we need to save. I know this is probably important for you to be here, but we have people in danger."
Make a persuasion roll.
14 plus 2, 16.
Okay, at 16, he's like, but okay. I just need a little help getting up off the ground. He pulls out his wings, and you see that his feathers he has very few feathers left on his wings. And he tries to flap, but it's not getting him enough wind to get up and out. So while he was being stubborn before, he now kind of admits that I'm having trouble flying. That's why I crashed here.
I turn around to the other two. Still don't know if they speak the language I speak, so I mind link with them both. Do we know a way that we can move him?
Is he currently on fire?
Yeah, kind of. He is.
Well, I will just make him not on
The feathers
fire.
on him are what are burning up right now.
Okay, well, I will make
do
him
I-
not on fire by casting control flames and extinguishing the fire, just with a flick of my wrist.
Okay, so
Would that auto kill him?
make an Arcana roll, because this is like.
Do you want a spell attack roll, or do you want...
Not a spell attack roll. I just I want to see if you're able to force the fire
16?
of this 16. You said 16?
Yeah.
Okay. The flames around him and on him are mitigated at this time, while still lightly crackling with flame. It's not like burning up to the extent that it was before. So his feathers have stopped falling off and like bursting into flames right now. I would like y'all to make another straight D20 roll.
Oh boy, we're all about to die.
11.
Another 3.
Okay, anyone that got under 10 will take 4 more damage.
Oh no.
Are you down?
No, I'm holding at 1 health. I am
Oh,
just
no.
barely on.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we're in a flaming forest and it's difficult to breathe right now.
Do I know of like a route to like an empty plains or like a river where we could just like toss him so that
How about-
his like
You
fire
do
wouldn't
know,
affect the forest anymore?
you do know that due east is a small lake.
Do
How
I still
heavy
have like
does he
the
look?
psychic connection with Kumato?
Kumato, do they?
Yeah, as long as you're looking at me, you can speak.
Okay, then in I guess I just psychically say, east of here there's a lake. If we put him in there, then maybe he could. Then maybe the flames will be negated, and then just start sprinting east.
I just shoot that information to Jorgen and then just struggle my way there.
Did anyone pick up the
I
bird?
struggle my way there. Okay, so who wants to grab the bird?
How heavy
Not
does
me. I just
it
have
look?
my
The
mouth.
flames are mitigated right now. That last one was just because of breathing. So the flames now you can grab him without being hurt because of the control flame.
If no one goes to get it, I'll pick him up with like a single hand and like hold him away from me. It's like, okay, well, how do we go?
Okay.
How heavy does he look? Like
his
10
feather,
pounds?
he is like a molting mess. His skin is loose on him. His muscles feel like they've been atrophied. You can ask how old he is.
no, how heavy does he look?
Oh, how heavy is he? He's like a good 75 pounds.
Okay,
Well, now I want
So-
to know.
He's a goose.
How old
I
is
will-
this man?
carry him to.
So,
Say
Chris,
again.
do you want to lead the way to the lake?
But yeah, he just kind of after he said that, he just kind of booked it.
Okay, so again,
That's kind of how he does.
okay.
Why do we follow a wolf?
You could just tell us where to go.
I'm in
So
my
y'all
wolf
are
form,
running
so
through
I
the
can't
forest now.
talk.
One of y'all holding the goose out here, just, you are now in a non-burning part of the forest. The fire has not spread through here, so now you guys can breathe easy again. So no more like D20 rolls, but I will have one more D20 roll just to see how quickly y'all get there.
Now, okay.
16.
19.
Okay,
Oh,
Jorgen.
wow. 18.
Okay, y'all actually get there within 5 minutes.
Yeah,
now,
Team
this
Speedy.
bird, while
Hell
you're carrying it, your control flames you can sense start to wear off on it.
I can do that every
the
6
flame-
seconds.
The flaming what?
I can do that every 6 seconds.
Okay. Well, the flaming aspect of this ancient bird is a little stronger than this cantrip.
Oh, no.
While you are holding back
No,
the initial
makes
flames
sense.
from hurting you, it is kind of like building up inside of this phoenix.
Yeah. No, I was
So-
joking.
Y'all run and run and run, and Jorgen, you get to the middle of this lake. It's surrounded by more forest. This lake is in the middle of the Midlock forest. It's a beautiful sight if you weren't in such a perilous point. Kumito, you hear the phoenix say in your mind again, "It's time! I can't hold it back anymore!"
Because I'm probably in the middle of the two, I just shouted out, "He's gonna explode! Go now!"
I'll just literally
what do you
chuck
do
him
with
into the
bird?
water. I'm just like, ugh. And take a
You
couple
throw
steps
it?
back, like, yeah. Just into the water.
So you throw it into the water, and it sinks like immediately, like a stone. This is a heavy bird. It sinks, and you see steam starting to rise, like the entire lake is starting to boil.
I'm gonna go and stand behind the person who was who just screamed, and just so that way if a splash comes, it hits him instead of me.
You see a red light from where the phoenix actually like landed in the water and sunk to the bottom, and you see a large flash of red light underneath the water, like a bomb explosion, and it pushes the water out and up, and it evaporates into steam. And now y'all are looking at an empty lake now.
Is there a
It
goose
would have been
corpse?
bad if y'all had not found a way to get this bird away, because that explosion was mitigated a lot by that whole lake of water.
No, do we take do we get praise for saving the forest, but risk getting in trouble for getting rid of the lake? What do you two think?
I go down into what the crater of the lake, go to where the phoenix was, and just kind of
There's
look
a
around that area.
definite crater where the phoenix was laying when it exploded. And you see in there is now an egg.
I look back.
Egg?
I look
An
back,
egg.
and I grab the egg and just walk
It
back
is warm
up.
to the touch when you grab it.
Ah.
It is the same red and gold coloration that the phoenix was.
Just
And
it-
that Jorgen is, assumably.
I'm not speaking, but if they're staring at me, all they hear is, "I shall call you Eggy, and you will be my egg."
Ooh, breakfast.
There is an audible sigh from Conry.
So now, mark off newly laid phoenix egg in your inventory if you want to keep it.
Yeah, keeping it.
Okay. Kumito, you are not looking well, are you?
No, not at all. But I have this egg now.
You're a father. Congratulations.
How does everybody else look at the moment?
I'm pretty good. I got some bruises from that freaking asshole deer, but other than that, I'm fine.
Okay. Y'all start walking back the way that y'all came, and you get to where y'all had first met the Phoenix. And Amber, I would like you to roll one more strength check.
With a 20?
Yeah, with a d20. And I'm going to do the same thing. And we're going to see just how well you and the other adventurers and villagers did.
Unless otherwise specified, just always roll a 20 unless it's a damage roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So
What'd you get?
I got a 5 plus 3, so that would be 5, 6, 7, 8. I got an 8.
Okay, so as Kumito, Chris, and Jorgen come back into the burnt clearing, you and all the other adventurers are still mitigating the fire. Y'all have put out the fire up until this point, but this is where the worst of the fire was. There are trees that have fallen down. There are people that have just they just keep bringing more and more buckets of water, and you hear one of them like, "Wait, isn't there a lake nearby that we could go fill our buckets up?"
Not anymore. As I walk into the center, start bowing and like casting, continuing to
Everyone,
cast control flames, bowing and
he's like, wait, did you
casting.
just use control flames?
yeah, just to, like I every time I bow,
One of them's
I
like,
point
"You
and
asshole!
turn it
You
up.
could have used that. You could have put out these flames this whole time."
I
Where'd
put out
you
the
go?
bird. I put out
What
the
were you
bird.
doing? What were you up to? What started this
food.
fire? Where's the Phoenix?
I just slowly hide the egg under my cloak.
He
make a sleight of
died
hand
in the
check.
lake.
Henri just kind of, well, first he's off to the side chasing his tail, and then he just kind of does the dog thing when they're guilty, where they just kind of lay on their sides and like put their hand over their face. My dog does that. That's it.
Okay. What was your sleight of hand check?
15 plus 1, 16.
Okay. No one sees that you do that.
It died. We put it in the lake. It wouldn't have been possible without me.
Oh my god!
If you think I can, you see what I did to these trees. You can obviously I did it to the bird too.
Can I kick the
see
goblin?
I
You see
growl
this
at him?
half-elven man. You'll see this half-elven man walk up to the three of you, and he clasps his hand on Jorgen's shoulder and is like, "You did a good job here. I don't know exactly what y'all did, but it seems that the fire has stopped spreading at such an immense rate."
Of course, we threw the
Yeah.
old man in the lake, and everything went better.
You threw an old man in the lake? What are you talking about? Oh, by the way, let me
I like
introduce
nip at
myself.
his feet and
I'm
be like, "Shut up."
Perrin, the guild master. I'm Perrin, the guild master. Just
No, what?
Aaron, the guild master?
Karen.
Perrin.
So
P-E-R-E-N.
I thought you made Karen the manager for once. It's like, oh wow, turn of events.
Wait, wasn't Amber supposed to see the guildmaster when she arrived?
Okay.
Like, her
Well,
father
sounds like
sent
a
her?
present.
There you are! Where you been? Your father sent a letter saying that you were coming.
I saw the fire and wanted to help.
Oh, of course you did, just like your old man. Of course. Anyways, y'all four now actually did a pretty good job. Are any of y'all actually in the guild? I don't think y'all don't look familiar.
We're in the
So
forest.
Miranda,
too.
of course, I did not forget that you were coming. Awkward. As the awkward silence permeates, he's like, "Well, how about we all go get a drink? The fire seems to be out here. Drinks on me at the bar."
I just look down at Connery and then telepathically, because they're still in wolf form, so I can't just speak it. I'm like, do wolves like drink mead and alcohol?
I've never tried, so I don't know.
I forgot the guildmaster's name.
Karen.
Karen? Okay.
Perrin.
P.
Perrin.
With a
It's a
P.
P.
Perrin.
He's the guildmaster, and he just invited y'all for a drink.
And he's a half elf.
Yes.
Cool.
Which is weird because he does have a beard.
Everybody has a beard nowadays.
He has a beard nowadays. He's just like, well, oh yeah, let's all go to the bar. Come on. And he clasps his hand on Morgan's shoulder, and he pats Amber on the head. Is like, come on. And he's like, everybody's like, woo, and they all start going. Do y'all follow?
Yes,
I guess I trail behind.
I asked
can
him of his best memories with my mom and father, since he knows them.
Yes. We used to be an adventuring group. Oh, it was so much fun. There was this one time we were going up against this frost giant up in the north. And your father, after we defeated him, we took his icy core and used it to make a sled hill. It was so much fun. We all got onto our large shields and we just went down the hill. It was a lot of fun. And then there was this other time, and he goes on rambling off stories of grandeur that half of them don't make sense for some reason.
He's like,
Half of
uncle.
them are clearly embellished, but do you confront him with that, or do you just let him ramble?
No, I humor him.
Okay, so you human him. He keeps coming up with story after story. One about how they were riding wyverns one time, which is very rare unless they're properly trained. And he explicitly called these wild wyverns.
You know that's very offensive, right?
Like I guess I can kind of tell
what's
where
to
he's
stop
lying.
me from calling you a wild half elf? Like, there are societal differences
I
among
guess I
species.
am kind of a wild half elf. You should see me when I get drunk. I mean, I guess you're about to. But let's come on. And as y'all are walking through the streets towards the guild hall in the shopping district, Kumito,
Yes.
you hear from one of the shops that y'all are walking by. Hey, you! Hey! You! Come here! You got something. You got something on you. I want to see it. I want to see that.
I use my mind link. I just
do you look over, or?
Oh yeah. I look over and use my mind link. Like, this man has nothing.
So you look over and you see this this old gentleman with white hair, like white crazy hair, a long braided white beard and dark skin, and one of his eyes is extremely unnerving because it seems to be peering right into you, and it is it's like he has a crystal eye that has a kaleidoscope look to it. As he looks you over, this eye keeps moving independently.
That's intriguing because I currently only have one eye available to be seen.
He's like, I see that you got something special on you. Just come in here. And he beckons you into his shop.
I turn
do any of y'all wait, never mind. Go on.
I turn slightly towards the group and be like, I'll be right back. And then I walk off to his area.
Do any of y'all follow him?
No.
I'll trail him.
No.
You'll trail him, Goran? Connery, I mean,
I'll try. I'm gonna try to do it stealthily, but I don't know how stealthily a giant wolf can be.
It's the Scooby-Doo on his tiptoes.
Yep.
If you want to, you can do a stealth check. If you want to do it stealthily, you don't have to, but like.
17.
Okay, so. Okay, so as far as you know, you are stealth. As far as you know, you're stealth. Anyways, so Kumito, you go into this shop with him, and he closes the door. And in this shop, it is like a menagerie of different magical items, and everything's labeled. You see a shield with snakes, and every time you look at it, every time you look away and look back at it, the snakes are in a different position. Like they keep moving, but anytime you look away, they anytime you look back at it, they stop. You see a bunch of different types of daggers in this display case. You see him walk over to his front counter, and he's like, "No, come here. You got something very special. You have," and you see him close his normal eye, and only his crystal kaleidoscope eye is looking you up and down, and it fixates on where you are keeping the phoenix egg. He's like, "I would give you a pretty penny or some sort of trade for that rare item."
Interesting. He's speaking out loud, right?
He is speaking out loud.
Okay,
He's
so
like,
it's a language I
You
already
keep
speak.
doing all
Okay.
that mind stuff, but I know you can talk out loud. Come on.
Okay, good.
Come on.
So now that I know that he speaks a language that I can understand and I can speak back. That depends, my good friend. Is there an offer you have for me?
Well, I'll tell you this. You look kind of hurt, and you see his eye. Whenever he says "look," his eye gives you a once-over, and he's like, "You look like you're in a bit of pain," and he pulls up this big red jug of what you presume to be healing potion. I'll give you this greater healing potion for it. You don't want to be dying now, do you?
That is fair, very fair. Can I make an insight check to see if he sounds suspicious or something?
Go ahead.
Since I'm also in the room, presumably, can I also roll an insight check?
Yes.
15.
Okay, 15. Well, he is hard to read. He just seems very excited at the fact that you have such a rare item.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And Conry.
I rolled
Conry,
a 3.
what was your insight check?
3.
3? Oh, yeah, you got nothing. And he's like, "No need to hide from me, little wolf boy. Come here. Come out here. Come here. Come here. Just stop hiding. Stop hiding behind me. Come here."
Oh,
Backing away
strange.
towards the door, just like.
No. He waves his hand and the door slams shut. Don't you dare go anywhere. Come over here.
You're trapped.
Come here.
I'll tell.
Old Vanny's not going to hurt you. Old Vanny's not
Oh
going to hurt
God!
you. By the way, this is my shop. Vanny Jenkins's Wonder Emporium. This is my wonderful shop. I'm a shopkeep of all different kinds of items. And if you want a magical item, I can probably make it for you. But I am very interested. You see that he keeps licking his lips, and he is like salivating at the idea of this, getting this magical item. Just tell me what might be interested.
Nice to meet you, Vanny. My name
Your
is
voice keeps changing.
Kumito. My voice does not change at all. I don't know what you're talking about. if you give me 1 second, and I quickly look at Connery and Mindlink real fast and be like, just play along. And then I go back. How about I trade you this wereboy for some medicine?
Hold on.
Make a deception check.
Should I roll deception? Because I guess I'm trying to play along.
You can get advantage if you play along.
Okay.
Assuming
you
it's
do
still with
play along?
Connery.
I'm freaking out about it, but I'll try to play along.
What do you do to play along though?
I don't know.
I guess you
I
stay
won't
quiet.
freak out. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just like sit down and like act like a dog, I guess.
Okay. What'd you roll?
So with advantage, it's a nat 20.
A nat 20. He's like, what does that come out to be?
Deception. 22.
22. He's like, that's an interesting item. How about this? He sets the big red jug on the counter. He's like, got the greater healing potion, and you see that he's been wearing a side bag on him this entire time, and he starts rummaging through it, just rummaging all through it. And he's like, how about this key of lockpicking? Once a day, any locked item you can unlock without a skill check. I have a feeling that might be interested in someone of your parameters. So, greater healing potion and this magical key. Once a day.
That does interest me. I turn really quickly to Connery and Mindlink again and say, when I give the signal, attack. I turn back.
Do I get to say in this?
It is a deal, good sir. It is a deal.
Okay.
I did not consent to
waves
this.
his hand, and you see shackles come off the wall and start flying towards Connery.
No,
He's like, well, I guess
I
you're
bite at
mine
him.
now.
I bite at the guy.
You bite at the guy? Okay, make an attack
Yeah.
roll.
Oh, jeez.
Actually, let's roll initiative.
Oh, okay. Oh, what's my initiative?
I got 16.
There it is.
You got 16?
Nat 1.
Nat one. Okay, so
I
win
need
the
another
last.
D20.
you
Jesus
see
Christ.
him
This one's not doing
you
it
see
for
him
me.
open up his robe, and he grabs a stick with a hand on the end of it, and he waves it. I want you both to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh boy.
Alright, let's make that.
16 plus
7.
3. 19.
Oh, Jesus.
So 19-7. Connery, you see like 50 ethereal hands come rushing towards you, and you are now grappled on the ground.
Do I take damage or am I just pinned?
You're just grappled. No damage.
Okay.
And you are able to fight off most of the hands and are able to dodge and weave most of them. You have the next action. No, you see him start moving towards his back room.
Okay.
And now it's your turn.
I quickly grab the potion of healing and I just down it.
Okay. How much do you heal?
Oh, it's a medium potion of healing. I don't.
It probably tastes like cherries or something.
I forgot how the
It's like
medium potions
kinda
work.
good.
Specifically tastes like bubblegum.
I forgot how the medium potions of healing work. It's
This was a greater healing potion.
the greater healing potion.
Yeah.
What
I'm
do I
gonna say
roll?
that fills you back up. Your level 1
Oh, okay.
is down to greater healing potion. You're back up.
All right, cool.
Like, most likely you're gonna be
Yeah.
back up. So what are you gonna do? He just went back into his back room. You just saw his beaded curtain close behind him. Connery is being held down by like 50 ethereal hands.
I do a really quick scan of the room and try and talk to the items and see if any of them respond. Be like, can you speak? 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 Can you speak?
You can get that will take your action if you want to do that.
That's completely fine.
You do see a rapier on the wall that's like, use me, please. Come on.
Oh no,
use me.
it's cursed.
No.
Together.
It's gonna have like a curse of binding
Come
on it or
on.
something.
And then you see a small white dagger on the table underneath. It's like, no, don't use that one. Use me. Use me. We can win.
Curse of binding, you
promise
idiot.
we can win.
While I am with Parin, I
Oh
guess
yeah,
like
what are the other two doing? Y'all are still on your way to the guild hall for drinks.
I ask him if he like, because I'm gonna try and increase my coinage. I'm gonna tell him me and you arm wrestle, and we try and get the guild to, I guess, gamble on us, so I can increase my 2 silver coins.
Okay, so who are you fighting against? I guess.
Parwin, since
Okay, Perrin. Yeah.
yeah,
Parin.
Perrin.
Yeah.
Perrin.
He's heard them all. Okay, so y'all have gotten to the guild hall. People are starting to drink, and you go up to him with the proposition. Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
I'm sorry. We will get back to the battle in just a second.
Okay, I got a 15. Do I add anything to the 15?
Charisma.
Charisma. Okay, I got 17.
Okay, he's like, he's a little drunk already. You have a feeling that he does not hold his booze very well. He's like, let's go! And he puts his hand right on, and you just see that he has this huge bicep. He's just like, come on, let's go, little girl.
Knowing my strengths and the skills my father taught me, I know that he is not a good drunk, and I use that to my advantage.
Okay. All right. Let's roll a contested strength roll.
Okay, so 19, 20,
That is-
21, 22. So I got a 22.
That he got a nat 1. You beat him so hard. You beat him
table
so
just
hard that you put him to sleep. You put him to sleep. He did that thing where he tried to stop with like stopping it with his body, and when you went like this, it kind of like whipped his head onto the bar, and you knocked him out. So he's out, and you do see that on his person he has a bag of coins. If you wish to take that,
Robin.
Assuming that those were the coins that he was going to give me anyway, I think it'd be best if I tried to wake him up before I took anything. But I did win, and I
what do
expect
you
him
do
to be
to wake him up?
honest. I gently sprinkle water on his face, because that's what you do with a passed out person.
Okay, he's like, did I win?
No, I
win?
won.
You won? Okay, he goes for the bag, and he picks it up, and he slides you 2 gold pieces, and he's like, there you go.
Yay.
There's your winnings. And he just puts it back on his belt, and he falls back asleep.
I guess I should drag him somewhere to lay down.
And you do. You take him up to his office, and you make sure that he's comfortable. Jorgen, what are you up to at this moment? You're at the bar. You're at the guild hall bar.
I've seen how absolutely plastered this man who is providing the drinks has gotten, and I'll go up to the barkeep and go, yes, hello, do you possibly have any, and I'll list off a bunch of like very expensive elven wines.
No, you want the expensive stuff.
Yes, Perrin said, seeing how I dealt with the Phoenix, he would pay for anything. Isn't that right, Perrin? Oh, he's
that was
passed
you
out.
who did that. That was you.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course. Who else?
Oh. Well, yeah, I think I do have something. And he reaches down and he grabs this ornate bottle. And he's like, usually we only use this for whenever, like a king or something comes in. But if Perrin said so, I guess I have to. And he hands it over to you. This large, portly, bearded man hands it over to you. And is like, yeah. Is that on Perrin's tab, or are you going to cover it? Just,
Well,
I just want to know who
Perrin
I'm doing.
said I could have it, so I can only assume that he's
I'll put it on his tab then. I'll put it on his tab. Man, y'all forgot what I said about karma, didn't y'all? Anyway. Anyway, be careful with that, because that's stronger than most of dwarven wines. That's stronger than most dwarven wines right there. About a shot or two will plaster a man for a week. I'd recommend diluting it. Anyways, go off, stop arguing. And he goes back and he makes himself a little notes, and the fantasy sticky notes. Perrin 150 gold.
Yeah. I'll go up to Perrin as he's like unconscious and being dragged away. Be like, thank you for the wine, Perrin. It's so good that you said I could have this.
He's like,
oh my god.
No problem. Like, he looks at you. I want you to make a deception check with advantage.
Hell. Both of them were 16 on the die, and I have proficiency in deception. Where is it? That is a 21 deception.
He's like, no problem, buddy, no problem. You did a good job. He pats you in between your horns on your head and just like, you did a good job. And just like limps back as he's being dragged by his niece. And back to the battle. So,
All right.
you are being talked. Kumito is being talked to by two different blades trying to proposition him: a rapier and a dagger. Both of them being like, "Use me, no, use me." They somehow are able to use your mind link to them to talk to each other as well, which is a little disconcerting for you, being like the halfway point of this conversation.
Yeah.
And Conry, if you make a strength saving roll at the beginning of your turn, you'll be able to break out.
Let's see, I used my action already, so I am going to.
You're going to use your bonus action to choose one of the weapons or
right.
do whatever.
Right.
So, like,
I decide to use my bonus action to kick the rapier over to like right next to Conry.
The dog?
Now
Yeah,
you're not there.
yeah.
Oh,
Conry's a dog.
Right next to him. Yeah, I know, just right next to the dog.
You see
can
as
I
you
hear
kick
their
it,
conversation that they're having like, in
It's
their
in
heads?
my
Am I a
head.
part of that?
No, it's just in my
Well,
head.
Was
It's
I a part of
straight
psychic
20.
link with that?
I want you to roll a straight d20 with that.
Okay.
No.
No, me. Oh, me.
Kumito.
Oh, sorry.
I'll shoot 3.
It comes very close to Conry's snout, and you see that shadow start coming off of the blade and starts licking at the fur on Conry. Like, you are being pinned down by all these hands. You have these shackles trying to affix themselves to you, and now you have a blade right in front of your face, just shadows coming towards your face.
Well, that's what it does.
That's a bad touch. That's a bad touch. I no, stop. He is not having a good
so
day.
make a strength check.
Check or saving throw?
Saving
That's
throw.
different. Alright.
Yeah.
11.
You are still being held by all the hands and are not able to get up. it is now the wizard's turn again. You hear him rustling around the back, and you see a potion bottle come flying out towards you, Kumito. So another dexterity saving throw.
I might have to go and help her.
15.
15. It smashes you in the face.
Dang it.
And you start feeling burning.
Help!
Take 7 points
Oh my
of
god.
acid damage.
Oh no.
Are you back
We're level
down?
1. I don't know how many more hits we can take.
Back at 3.
Y'all decided to attack this high-level wizard.
Hold on! That was Josh's idea.
You hear him from the
No,
back
it was
being like,
Kumito's
all
idea.
I wanted to do was trade with you.
You wanted to oh, I can't talk right now, damn it.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is now your turn.
Okay. I shout back, yeah, and it was fun. I grabbed the key, I grabbed the dagger, I kicked the sword out of there, and like I started trying to pick up Conry and like tossed him out of the hut.
I'm
done.
Make a strength roll because you have to first
So bad.
pick him up and also beat all the hands.
Oh,
Can
thank God.
I
17 minus 1, 16.
Can I, like, 'cause I'm, like, trying to
you
go
get
with him,
him
can I, like-
3 of the hands, but you can't quite get him up.
Oh, okay. 3 of the hands is good enough for me.
Yeah, he's now
Okay.
free of the hands. Now, Conry, you can do whatever you want now that you're free.
I'm free of
With
the
the
hands?
shackles still trying to come at you, they're like circling you.
Okay. Are they like going like really fast or are they pretty slow?
They
Like-
are decently quick, but like they have to be. You get a sense. Well, actually, make a perception check.
Would this fall into advantage for me or just normal?
Just normal.
These shackles smell like they're going to attack.
15. I'm just
Okay, you
asking.
get a sense that these shackles, if you keep moving, the shackles have to keep repositioning because they try to get you all at once. And if you keep moving your hands and your feet and all that, they can't quite get in the right position. So if you keep moving, pretty much you have to make a movement every single turn, or they'll get you the next turn.
All right. Do I get the sense that like wizard? What's the wizard? Vanny? Is that his name?
Yeah, his name's Vanny Jenkins.
Do I get the feeling that Vanny is gonna try to attack us if we like try to just like run out of there?
The fact that he did not cause you damage in the first round, actually, yeah. With the, I'll keep the same perception check. No, do an insight. Do an insight. Sorry.
Insight?
Yeah, do an insight check.
10.
Yeah, that's enough. You get the sense that you are in his shop and he seems to be a very capable wizard, and the fact that he didn't outright damage both of you in the first round, like when he first attacked, is saying something that he really just wanted to trade with y'all. He wasn't trying to be shady. That's just how he is.
Okay, then I bolt it to like the bar or whatever we were supposed to be going to before we kind of got sidetracked. I'm just gonna bolt
Okay.
it. I don't want to deal with
These
this.
shackles keep following you.
Oh come on!
Just down the road, they keep following. These are
Are they like attached to anything?
No, they're not attached to anything. They just
Okay.
these are like this is like you know that trap from Doctor Strange. They just throws on someone and it
Oh,
locks
yeah.
them up. It's kind of like
Ah.
one of those. So it's just locked on you, and will follow. These are shackles of entrapping. So like they will follow you until they either get dispelled or the person calls them off. And you start running down the street, and they're not able to align with you just yet because again, you have to be in the right position. But you kind of get the sense that they're kind of gonna be like a vulture for you.
I think it's fair price. I got keys to unlock anything I want for a day, or 1 time a day.
Does my 30 feet of speed per round get me to the bar or whatever we were going to?
No, that was a couple blocks more. Y'all would just be running in the streets now.
All right.
You can full dash as well.
Okay, so that's what y'all are going to be doing?
Hmm.
Y'all are in the streets running?
I mean, yeah, I still have the dagger and I'm kicking the rapier, but yeah.
Okay. As y'all are running, Conry, you caught a little bit further ahead than Kumito because he also had to use a little bit of his movement to get you out, and then go to the other wall and grab stuff and then get out the door. So, like, it's not a small shop. But it's not like Walmart size either. It's like a furniture store kind of thing. There's just things everywhere. And as y'all are running down the street, let me see something. Oh, you see coming out of the door, Vinny Jenkins on a flying carpet coming after you, being like, "That's my stuff! You didn't pay!" And he is now coming after you on a flying carpet with a movement speed of 40.
Damn it.
So he is starting to catch up with y'all.
I would like to, in wolf language, curse out Kumito.
Kumito, do you understand the cursing?
As long as it's in the mind link, I can understand it. If not, it's just out. If it's just out
like
loud,
barking and growling, I guess.
And as he's coming after you, you see him wave that hand wand again, and both of you make dexterity saving throws again.
Okay, come on. Dirty 20.
Same.
Both 30-20? Okay, you both are able to dodge and weave as these hands start coming at you. You remember what it was kind of like the first time that they came at you, so you're able to just dodge and weave. These hands, these ethereal hands just zooming past you, trying to grab you. You smack them off, and you just keep running down the street. Okay, Kumito, your turn.
I take one of the many books that I have on me, and I take one and I throw it back. I was like, "Here's payment."
One of the books?
Yeah, just one, the book that I had from the library.
You see one of the ethereal hands come out and just grab it and zoom it towards him.
Aha.
You have a feeling that if you're grabbed by these hands this time, they're going to drag you to him instead of to the ground.
Okay. Ooh. Does it look like the hands go all the way to him? Like directly
all the way
to him?
All the way. Because one, he's also trying to get his stuff back. So, like, he's y'all have never seen anything like this magical wand before. This magical wand of sticky hands.
Boy, do I have a devious plan that isn't gonna work because we're too low level.
Okay. Conry, what are you doing?
Okay.
Are you done with your turn?
Yeah, I'm still running.
Okay.
I would
With
like
shackles
to
and hands coming after you again, giving you slight PTSD from before.
God. Okay, so he's gonna stop for a second, turn around, and I don't know if I'm able to do this, so tell me if this is like too much. But I'm gonna start running towards him, jump, and then while I'm jumping, I'm gonna go into like my hybrid form, something like bigger, but I'm more humanoid.
Okay,
and then
so I'm gonna use your bonus action to change. I'm going to say that. So now you just have your action because you used your what?
That.
Are you
Okay.
able to
Yeah.
use-
What?
Okay. So now you've used your movement to go up to him, and you've used your bonus action to change to your more hybrid form. So
Okay, but I still
what's
have
your
an action.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna jump up to him and try to bite at his neck.
Okay, make a attack roll. Sorry.
6.
No, you whiff, and well, actually, you were going straight for it, and then one of the hands grabbed you by your tail and pulled you back just a little bit. So, like, You were just an
Kinda
inch
Kalen
off of
hybrid-
his neck, and he's like,
hybrid
he
form.
looks down at you, and that weird kaleidoscope eye just sweeps right to you, and is like, not this time, buddy.
Oh no!
But no, that hand is like, if you want, like, that hand isn't going to like keep you near him. But now it is his turn, and you're right next to him. You see him reach into his bag. No. He looks at you, and he's going to use Dominate Person. So he's going to give you a one-word command, and he just yells, "Sit!" And
Hell no.
make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit, my wisdom sucks. 4.
No, you sit right down on this carpet,
I
and because you sit, still, the shackles get you.
Oh man,
Oh fuck.
I had a plan for that, and that's gone now.
Yumito, what is your turn?
Well, my plan
Your
was
friend
gonna.
is now sitting shackled on the carpet.
My plan was gonna be
I would
as the
like to
shackles
flip
were
him off if I
arriving.
can.
As the
What?
shackles were, my plan was gonna be as the shackles are following. Since they were right in front of him, I was gonna like tackle Connery out of the way so the shackles hit Vanny, but that's out of the playbook now. I said, I'll make another trade for you.
He's like, trade? And like his carpet stops, all the hands stop in the air, and he's like, trade?
I will trade this rapier.
Why should I? Why should I? Why?
Why? Well, because you're a businessman, of course. And I would
I
argue
am,
that
and you tried to steal from me.
Actually, if you look closely, you have the payment that I agreed to you.
I did not
I never
agree to that,
accepted-
by the way.
I never
And I can
accepted the
speak in
full
human in
terms.
hybrid form.
You
so I
can
talk now.
speak in hybrid. He's like,
Yeah, it's like more broken English, but I can still talk.
okay, so
So much for playing along.
let me just do something. He grabs a little ball out of his back pocket and he rolls it, and a blue sphere, a 10-foot sphere all around all of you comes out, and all of you make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh god. Oh, come on. 6. My dice suck.
15 plus 3, 18.
Okay. He looks at Connery and is like, this is Zone of Truth, by the way. So he just used a ball of truth.
Interesting.
With Zone of Truth, you can choose to fail. By the way, so
Yeah.
you can if you
So
don't.
you
have-
know
you
that
can
it's Zone of
resist,
Truth,
not
and
resist.
if you choose, you can fail. But Connery, you did fail. So he's like, does he actually own you?
What?
Does he actually own you? Are
He
you?
does not.
Do you want to be traded?
No, not remotely.
So this payment is null and void.
Does that mean you can let me go now?
He waves his hand, and the shackles loosen on you, but they don't fall off of you yet. You
Ah.
can move. He's like, "Yeah, just give me a second.
Unfortunately,
If you give me my stuff, and you give me that phoenix egg, because you did use the greater healing potion.
that is true. I did.
will take these shackles off of him, and you can keep the key.
Did I ever claim, my friend, that I owned the good wolf boy here? I
Well,
just said
given
I
what he
have a wolf
wants, you
boy here
ask.
to trade. I never
You
said
see
I
a guy
owned
in a
him.
blue suit walk
Call me
by
Wolf
with
Boy
some
one more
weird
time and
black
I will
hair
claw
going,
off your eyes.
Objection! Anyways, he's like, man, that was a weird guy. Anyways, no, you did not specifically say, but you did offer him up as trade. And in the business world, that means you own it.
However, you may live in the business world, but I do not. So in my world, Yes, it
He
was
snaps
completely
his
fine.
fingers, waves his wand, and silence. A zone of silence falls on you. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! He waves his hand wand again. They zoom around. They zoom around you. Pick up the rapier. Pick up the knife. Goes through your cloak. If you want to make a dexterity saving throw, you can for the egg. But the dagger and cloak that you took are gone.
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna keep them anyway. 16.
16. No, the egg is also out.
Dang it.
And your shackles finally fall off. He's like, there! And he kind of like lets you jump off. He like lowers the carpet down just a little bit so that you can jump off. And he's like, trade is done. Keep the key. And he throws you another lesser potion. We're done now. And he flies away.
I transform back into just full wolf form, and I just growl at him and walk away.
Okay.
And I look at Kumito and do the same thing. Because I'm not doing it.
Okay. So y'all walk to the bar. A little bit
I'm
more
not-
battered and bruised.
I'm not
with
walking
your
to the
egos
bar.
hurt.
I'm not walking to the bar.
The zone of silence seems to follow you, so you, Kumito, for the next like 5 minutes, you can't talk.
Cool. Can I just do
Thank God.
actions then? Because I was not headed to the bar.
You're not heading to the bar?
No, I'm gonna sneak my way back in. I'm taking that egg back.
Josh, I swear to God!
Okay, I examine where I am. I mean, I examine Parin's office since I'm in it, and I thought it would be best to watch over him until he gets better, because I didn't mean to throw him that hard.
You lay him down on the comfy red couch that he has off in the corner. You see that like he might use that for whenever he gets tired doing business. You see hanging on his wall quite a few monster trophies. You see a basilisk skull just hanging there. You see a stuffed large dire bear just standing. And you see his hanging above his big mahogany desk is this weird weapon that you've never seen before. It looks kind of like an axe, but its handle is hollow and it gets thicker at the end of it.
I draw a picture of this strange weapon.
Okay. All right. And you set him down on the couch, and he seems to talk in his sleep. And he's just like, "Oh, I love unicorns. I love unicorns." Like he's just out of it. He's having drunken dreams, which is nice. But yeah, you have his office to himself. It's dimly lit right now, just because there's just a couple candles. Also, it's midday. So y'all were having that whole battle in the middle of the day. You remember your father sent you to Perrin just to have someone to look after you while you're doing your training. Like just
okay.
a place that you can go, like you can always go sleep and get a meal. But other than that, Perrin is going to treat you. Your father said in the letter that you that was given to Perrin, treat her like everybody else except give her a place to eat and sleep.
Okay, so I guess I would go into. I would leave the guild for a little bit and try and see if I can do some small jobs around town to increase my money.
There are job boards in the guild if you were to join, but
Okay.
right now the guild master, who would allow you to join, is kind of out.
Look
And
at-
Jorgen, what are you doing with that?
I look at. Oh, sorry. You go.
Jorgen is thinking about going and seeing if there are any like map makers or anyone in the city, or like
So,
any like travel like guides or
You
something?
are in the guild hall right now. So this is the Adventurers Guild. This is where people like cartographers would be, like people that are guides would be. You would go to the front desk. You would know this already because guilds are not a new thing. They're all over the world. You would know that you would go to the front desk and request whatever you need from a guild member.
Okay. I will go and try talk to the front desk then.
Okay. You go up there and you see this beautiful elven woman in a purple dress and with the guild hall's emblem on her on a brooch on her collar, and she's like, "Oh, how can I help you today?"
Yes, I am looking for maybe a cartographer or a map master, a guide, maybe just someone that can help me find and get to my destination.
What is your destination? We have quite a few cartographers, and
well, I would like to go
quite a few
home.
places have actually already been mapped out, so we might actually already have the map that you could be looking for.
Excellent, lovely. I would like to go home.
Where is home?
Well, that's why I need a map.
Sir, do you know where your home is? Do you know the name of your home?
Home is where the heart is.
Home is the place where I live. It's the place with my stuff
God.
and my money.
She
And
rolls her eyes, closes the book of many maps that she was about to hand to you, and she's like, "Do you remember any names whatsoever of any place you have ever been?"
the home.
She is trying so hard to be hospitable and helpful to you.
Well, I haven't really
Girl.
lived before. This is a
Do
new-
you live in this city?
I don't. I don't think so. My home is quite big. I don't think it would fit in the city.
What kind of topography could be around? Possibly? Were there mountains? Was there a village? Was there anything around? Like any landmarks?
Well, in my house, there's lots of gold and architecture and a dragon and
A dragon. Dragon. Do you live in one of the dragocracies? One of the countries ruled by dragons?
I have no idea.
Well, I cannot help you. She puts it away and starts walking away.
Okay,
If you would
find
like,
someone-
you can find an adventurer. Here, she gives you a sheet of paper. She's like, put what you want them to do, and put what you want them to do, put the price that you are willing to pay them with, and then maybe they'll be able to help you. I, at the moment, do not think that I am able to help you.
Right, I will just write down. Take me home, and how much is this worth? 10 million gold. And then I'll put it on the board.
Okay. Okay. This is
Okay,
fantastic.
thank you, toodaloo.
Okay, so, and then do you just, now thoroughly convinced that someone will be able to find you to get your way home, what do you do with your day?
I'll go and find one of those weird chaps that helped me save the day. Like, well, I guess
So
they
you
helped.
go out and Amber.
I guess he would
is
run in
there-
with me.
What?
I'm guessing he would run in with me since I'm wandering around town.
Yes, he was doing this all while you were up in the guildmaster's place. So y'all kind of walk out of the guild at the same time. He sees you going out the guild, and he turns around, and you're right there leaving. So y'all are both on the street, and you see Conry kind of a bit more sullen, and Kumito starting his sneak back down the street. What do you do?
Let's see. I notice the goblin, and I'm just at awe of his scales because I've never seen it before.
Wait, what goblin?
Isn't he a goblin?
No,
Dwarf.
dwarf.
A
That's
dwarf.
just
Okay.
it just says goblin there because that's my username, so people could recognize me from like the chat and stuff.
Thank you for
Okay.
clarifying. Anyways, so you two start talking. I'll let y'all role play right now.
I am new in the village. Are you from here as well?
No, I'm from my house. I come from my house. I woke up
Your
in the
house.
woods. Yes, I was just trying to get a map made to my house, but apparently the lady didn't know, so I've posted a job. It was a whole ordeal. You were trying to. You're the one that was trying to lift that bolted trough earlier, weren't you?
I was hoping no one would remember that.
Oh, I did. It was a good idea if it wasn't bolted to the ground.
If you're hungry, I acquired some coins. We can share some bitch sticks while you try and find a cartographer.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Say, what is the that man that could speak into our heads doing over there? He's ducking very low.
Do y'all walk over to him?
No.
I've clearly pointed at him, like very, like show off, so everyone in the seat.
Do you see them pointing at you? Do you hear them?
No, I am completely zoned in on what I'm doing.
you are sneaking back. Okay. So, Conry, you see Amber and Jorgen walk out of the tavern. They talk for a little bit, and you hear that they talk about getting some food. And you know that Kumito, from his body language, is going back again.
Jeez. All right, I'm gonna go with them to get food. I'm not dealing with Mr. Vanny dude again. I observed my lesson.
I was
Are you
gonna
still in
approach
wolf
your
form?
character and give fish sticks to it, assuming that it was just a hungry wolf, but I didn't remember if you were in human form or wolf form.
Yeah. By default, I'm usually in wolf form unless I specify otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Amber, you do know that the same way that Kumito is walking is where you got those fish sticks, and if you wanted to go get more, you could show the rest of them where to go.
Okay. Come with me. I'll lead the way. And we walk to the fish sticks.
So Conry has to turn around and start walking back, and Kumito, all four of y'all are kind of awkwardly walking back down the streets. Two of you just had an intense battle there.
I assume
Okay.
And two of you
Kumito is,
don't
like,
know what
15 feet
happened,
in front
but
of
both
us.
of them don't want to really talk much, it seems.
Yeah, I'll follow her. I'm hungry and I'm tired and I need to heal and I'm not.
Hungry and I'm tired.
Can I cast a mage hand and just make it tap on Kumito's shoulder as he's like 15 feet in front of us?
Kumito, yes, you can. Kumito, you see a spectral hand yet again touching you. What do you do?
I do a quick sweep, turning around and just in my head going.
So all three of you get screams blasted into your brains.
Oh, God. I just wanted to ask you if you
Kumito,
wanted to
you
come
see
get
that
fish sticks with us.
The three of them are walking in the same direction as you. Do you assume that they're coming to help, or do you just assume that they're on their way?
I assume that they're headed somewhere else because I have a very separate plan.
Okay.
I purchased some fish sticks, and I noticed Conray, and
The fish stick
and
shop is 2 shops down from Vinnie Jenkins's wonderful emporium.
I
So long
hold
as
out
we're
a fish.
passing it.
Oh, I hold out one fish stick to Conray, and I slowly reach to pet him because I think it's a dog.
I like begrudgingly. I just kind of let her.
I'm just
Okay.
like, you're so pretty.
He actually kind of likes it, but he's not gonna let anybody know that.
Okay. All right. You are stifling all your tail wags. Actually, roll a deception check. No.
Okay.
Me?
Okay.
No, I was joking.
It was a joke.
Okay.
Jorgen, these fish sticks are not up to your standards whatsoever. They are lightly salted and seasoned at most and grilled out in the open.
I'll start like doing a small control flames on the tip of my finger and just like cooking it a bit more with the way I like it.
Okay, all right.
It's like if I'm
That went a
going
lot
to
smoother
have
than I thought it was going to be. Okay.
flame tartar, I'm going to have it my way.
Okay,
Oh my
now
God.
I have 1 silver coin. Awesome.
Yes, that was another silver. So now you
I'm
have
good.
1 more silver and 2 gold.
Yes, I haven't noted.
And a gold is
Oh,
like
it's-
$100, just so you know. Like that, you now have like $200.
So what do I see how much is in their gold pouch?
You get like she's loosely like keeping it in a pocket right now. She doesn't really have a bag to keep it in. It's just like loose. You see that she pulls it all out, pulls out the silver coin, gives it to the person, and then puts it back in her pocket.
What is that?
What is what?
The thing you just gave to that man.
Oh, it's the coins. You use them to
I know what a
purchase-
coin is. I just why is it that color?
Oh, this is
All
silver.
of mine
This
is gold.
Oh, he's
I
rich.
just start growling at what's your character's name again?
Jorgen.
Jorgen. Yeah. I just start like low growling at him.
Oh, I earned the gold from my uncle in an arm wrestling competition. I'm trying to build up some wealth before I continue.
Yes, but you
journeying.
gave him something silverish. Why?
Because that is the correct price for 3 fish sticks. I hand him one. I hand him a fish stick.
They've already had one, but
Okay. I
It
guess I
wasn't
keep
good.
my 2.
Okay.
it's well, if you never ever need to afford anything, I can just get it for you if you'd like.
You are willingly
Boy.
giving me things? For what?
I don't know why not. It's only gold. I can get more. I have lots more.
I'm slightly suspicious. But thank you.
Okay. If you would like, if you don't believe him, you can do an insight check.
Okay, an insight check.
Holy gold. What's that gold?
You want to
piece?
see if he's lying? Let's see if he's lying.
Okay, I got
I have
A
no more
19.
energy drinks.
Okay, a 19. Are you actually telling the truth? Do you full on like?
He
believe
doesn't
Oh, wait, I
know the
forgot to
value
add
of
the
gold.
thingy.
He just is like, well,
You're
So?
amazing.
This rich kid. Just no, that's gold.
He's rich kid. All right.
what's
all right,
$1,000?
I don't think
Yeah.
Conrad even
While you are
understands the
having this
concept of money. So
conversation, actually, what is all of y'all's passive perception?
Okay.
what
Passive-
is that? There's
It's
11.
Passive perception is just 10 plus your perception.
Yeah, it's just so that
Oh, okay. So
in case
11.
there's a whole lot of rolling to do, you just
You do hear. You do notice that the shopkeep of the fish stand is making like when they started talking about gold and he started talking about how much he could possibly get, you see the shopkeep's ears like perk up just a little bit, being like, oh, and you just make a note that he started paying more attention to Jorgen after that point.
I'm just gonna give him the side eye.
He does not notice you. He's more interested in Jorgen at the moment. And as y'all walk away, you see him close up his shop.
I'm about to get robbed.
Kumito, what are you up to?
Okay, so I walk back into Vanny's shop. Do I see him there? Is he?
He is nowhere in there.
Hmm.
And neither are any of the magical items. It looks like an empty shop, but all of the furniture is all in the same place. The only thing that is there is a golden bell on his on the front desk.
I ding the bell.
Vinny Jenkins and all of his other magical items pop into existence in the shop.
I assume that I'm still
He's like,
unable to speak.
hello, customer. Oh, it's you again.
I assume I still can't speak out loud, right?
No, you can now. You can.
Okay.
It's been 5 minutes. It
Excuse
took you a
me.
bit to sneak back just to walk through the front door.
Because my plan changed halfway through all this. Excuse me, sir. I know we've had our differences, but that phoenix egg means very much to me. So, how about we make a little deal? What is the one treasure you have yet to be able to procure for yourself?
It's this! He holds up the phoenix egg. The only thing other than this that I would want would be a rock egg.
A rock egg?
Where do you get one of the rock eggs?
Well, there is a rock nest over in the forest on the other side of that lake.
If I was to procure 1 or 2 rock eggs for you, would you trade them for the phoenix egg?
If you bring me a rock egg with proof by bringing one of its shedded feathers from the nest, I will consider making that trade.
Then you have yourself a deal. And I like do a salute handshake thing, and I walk out to where they are. They're like, yo, I got a quest.
You all
They're
see
in a very loud
Kumito
audible
coming out of the
sigh.
shop again, seeming all happy and good and happy. He comes up to you and he starts telling you about what he got, what quest he got, and then you hear from an alley in between the streets, so, rich boy got money, and that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Oh!
So we've got a quest, and we're about to be mugged. Hooray!
Great!
Yay!
All right. What
I'm
did
about to
y'all
go into
think?
protective wolf
This
boy
was my
mode.
first time.
That was really good.